Would you like some signs that you're ready to change? Stay tuned. Hello again, everyone. I'm Eli's dad with Project Eli, where we educate, we lead, we inspire. And I've just read an article by a gentleman named Ayudiji Awasika. I've used him before. Tremendously good article. It's so good, I'm just going to give it to you. I'm not going to change a syllable. Here goes, okay? It's called 5 Signs You're Finally Ready to Change Your Life. It's your time now. No matter how much you feel like you're struggling right now, you can reach a point in your life where you can just change. And there are signs. Now, these signs don't guarantee you'll change or cause you to change, but they're seeds. Statistically speaking, a handful of you will be one of the few who do make permanent changes in your life, and I hope you are that person. Follow these breadcrumbs. First, you're becoming more aware of this sobering fact. And I quote, "You act like mortals in all that you fear and like immortals in all that you desire." And that's a quote from Seneca. I suspect the past 18 months have helped many people make revelations about their own mortality. We definitely learned that there's always a surprise around the corner and that nothing is really guaranteed. If you do start to become more aware of your own mortality and maintain that awareness, you start to live differently with more intention. Maybe you're more aware of it because you're getting older, or because someone close to you passed, or because you had a near-death experience yourself, or it just hit you. Either way, ride the momentum of this understanding and don't let it go to waste. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to live every moment of your life perfectly, but use mortality to remind you that you don't have time to continue to put things off. You can make wiser use of your time through accomplishments or through appreciation and contentment in the present moment. Most people fail to do either. So whether you choose the path of greatness or stillness, choose one and commit to it before it's too late. Next, you start to notice this subtle change. Quote, "You got a dream, you got to protect it. When people can't do something themselves, they're going to tell you that you can't do it. You want something? Go get it. Period." And that's a quote from Will Smith. You'll know you're ready to change your life when your interests start to diverge from your peer group. You're not trying to separate yourself, and it has nothing to do with the feeling like you're better than those around you, but you're developing new interests and looking forward to a better future while the people around you are settling into a groove. As I got more into self-improvement, I lost interest in partying. I didn't make some big proclamation to stop partying or look down on people who partied. I just stopped wanting to do it as much. In your case, you might have this feeling that the people around you aren't interested in changing anything about their routine, and you no longer enjoy the routine as much. Now, I'm not one to tell you to ditch your friends if they aren't crushing it. You'll just end up spending less time with them than usual, so you can focus on building out a new life path of your own. Don't judge your peers. Inspire them. Show the people who they could be through your example. When you're with them, don't act holier than thou. Shoot the breeze like you always have and enjoy their company. Then get back to work when you're done. Simple. Next, you're rediscovering your mental magic. Quote, "Following your genuine intellectual curiosity is a better foundation for a career than following whatever is making money right now." Unquote. And that's from Naval Ravikant. I hope I pronounced that correctly. The school system causes many people to give up on education altogether, and they're done with their formal education. You just get burnt out after going through the academic ringer. Study, pass test, study, pass test. The people who separate themselves in the real world are the ones who dedicated themselves to continuous learning and self-directed education. The subject of self-directed education doesn't matter, as long as you're the one directing it. If you find yourself learning things just for the sake of learning them, then you're on the right track. Once you get that childlike curiosity back, you can use the knowledge you accumulate over time to build anything that you want. You don't have to be pigeonholed into a single career, profession, or path anymore. The list of careers grows exponentially every single day. In a world where people make millions playing video games or reviewing toys, you can create a life path tailored around the things that interest you. Combine curiosity with skills, and the money and status will come as a byproduct. Next, you've reached this critical point in your life. Quote, "Change happens when the pain of staying the same is greater than the pain of change." Unquote. And that's from Anthony Robbins. Weird question for you. Do you think you deserve to feel good and be happy? There's a growing cultural movement teaching you that if you feel bad, the problem is with the outside world and not with the way you're living your life. On the one hand, you can psychologically damage yourself if you're always beating yourself up, always comparing yourself to others, and always focused on your flaws. The self-acceptance movement serves a purpose, but sometimes it goes too far. Pain, anger, and frustration can show you it's time to grow. Maybe you feel anxious because your life is heading in the wrong direction. Your anxiety and frustration are trying to lead you to the ultimate inflection point of change. You're just fed up. You're done. You see the trajectory of your life if you keep doing the same thing and you know it's not what you want. If you're PO'd about your life, good. You're ready to begin. Next, you're just ready. Quote, "One reason people resist change is because they focus on what they have to give up instead of what they have to gain." Unquote. And that's from Rick Godwin. On the flip side, you don't have to be PO'd at all to make a change. You can draw from inspiration or simply make a decision to change because you want to move in a different direction. You don't even need to judge one direction as better than another. You're just ready for something new. Maybe you've looked around, excuse me, maybe you've looked around at some of the people doing what you dreamt of doing, and you just come to the startling realization that, hey, they're normal humans just like you. Sometimes inspirational content just brings you to that point where you're ready to believe. This happened to me. One day I committed to a 5-year plan and carried it all the way through. Why? A combination of all the things we've spoken about. And I just felt it. If you're at that point right now where you just feel it, it feels different, you can ride that feeling for a very long time if you convert it into action. Catch that wave of motivation like a surfer. Create positive feedback loops. Each day you successfully accomplish a task toward your dreams, it gets easier to do it the next day. Do this long enough and it becomes exponentially easier and automatic. Your results will grow exponentially too. You'll look back and wonder how the hell you pulled all of this off. And you'll wonder why you didn't start sooner. Wow, I thought that was a tremendously good article. Wanted to read it to you word for word. Once again, big shout out to the author, whose name is difficult to pronounce. And always remember, hey, don't ration the passion, fashion the passion. I'm Eli's dad.
you.